How are you? Good. I'm back, bitches. Yes, it's not Sunday. It is Monday. I know. You get this good-looking face for another day. Woo. Anyway, so, my plan is to do this more often. Every day. Daily. At least Monday through Friday. Hopefully starting in another week or so. So, keep an eye on that. You'll be seeing me every day. But today I was going to do a review for Mortal Kombat. That came out last week. But, Marvel had to go and, burst out a sizzle reel this morning. They were like, you know what? We've already gave you the Shang-Chi trailer a week ago. Let's just blow our load right now and give everyone what they want. What do they want? They want to know what's coming in Phase 4. Now, we know a few movies, and I'm going to list a few of them that we already know. We already know that Black Widow's coming out this July. That was supposed to come out last May, but COVID. I'm so glad we're getting past COVID. My work, we don't have to wear masks anymore. No more masks. People can see this great looking face every day. So, that's one thing. 2, so we got the Black Widow movie, July 9th. Can't wait for that. Finally, a new Marvel movie. People, do you realize, come July 9th, it will be over 2 years since there's been a Marvel movie in theaters. It's been the longest since The Incredible Hulk came out in June of 2008, and then the next Marvel movie was Iron Man 2 in May 2010. So this will be the longest we have waited for a Marvel movie. So that's good to know. Then of course, like we found out last week, the Shang-Chi movie is coming out in September. Then we also knew about the Eternals, which they did have a sneak preview in the sizzle reel. By the way, I'm going to put the sizzle reel in the comment section of the YouTube link. So when you go on to YouTube and you go to my video, that's what you want to do. You want to go to our video and watch it and subscribe. At the bottom in the comments, I'm going to put the link that was put out this morning. So if you didn't watch it, you can watch it and then watch me, or you can watch me and then go watch that. I prefer you watch me first. Why not? I'm the better looking man, So we got Eternals in November, which I'm sure we'll probably see the trailer for that, maybe by June. Since they just put out the Shang-Chi trailer, they'll probably wait till June to put out an official trailer for Eternals. Then we know about Spider-Man No Way Home, coming out in December. Once again, that's a Sony Marvel property, so more Sony than Marvel, but it's still under the Marvel umbrella because, there's Marvel characters in the Spider-Man movies. That's just how it works. Then, of course, we got Doctor Strange to open up 2022. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I like the Doctor Strange movie. Then, of course, what we saw in WandaVision with Scarlet Witch. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next. Then we got Thor Love and Thunder in May 2022. So, those are the movies we knew about. And now, what I'm going to talk about next is some new material. We got some titles for movies that we knew that we're getting a sequel for, but we didn't know the title. We got release dates for certain other movies. Like we knew those movies were coming, but we had no idea when. So this is where I'm going to tell you to keep an eye on me, is we're going to break this down. So after Thor Love and Thunder in May 2022, we get Black Panther. Wakanda Forever. Yes, Wakanda Forever. That's the name of the new Black Panther movie. And that is coming out in July 2022. So, the title is interesting. That means on one hand, it's, the late Chadwick Boseman played T'Challa, and he passed away last year. And obviously he said Wakanda Forever like 8 million times. So, is it more of an ode to Chadwick Boseman, or does it actually have to do with the movie itself? I guess we'll have to find out. Then we knew that Captain Marvel 2 was coming, but instead of Captain Marvel 2, it's just going to be called The Marvels. Now, and that is coming out in November 2022. That's interesting. For one, we know that Ms. Marvel, the show, the character, has her own Disney Plus show coming later this year or early next year. And that's going to be on Disney Plus. So to call it The Marvels, I think I got Captain Marvel, you got Ms. Marvel. Maybe there's another Marvel in there somewhere. We also saw Monica Rambeau in WandaVision, and she got her powers from that. So we'll see what that happens. But it's interesting they went from the Marvel, it was like, it's almost like they want the word Captain to only mean Captain America. And since they did announce Captain America 4 on the final episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I guess they didn't want to have Captain Marvel, Captain America. They said just give one of them Captain, and we'll change the other one's title. So we got The Marvels in November 2022. I didn't mind the Captain Marvel movie. It's not the best Marvel movie, but it had some good moments. And now the next one, we knew about this movie. They announced it, late last year. Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumanium. I was going to go more into the quantum realm. They've already explored both of the quantum realm in both the first movie, second movie. We heard not too long ago that they replaced the actress Emma Furman with Catherine Newton. She's going to play Cassie Lang, a teenage version, which we saw in the teenage version in Avengers Endgame. So why they changed the actors, maybe it has to do with the movie itself. We'll find out. But that we knew about the title, but now we got an official release date, February 2023. So that will open up, that will start that year with the first Marvel movie. Interesting to put it in February, since both the first one and second one came out in July. But what that means is that's less than 2 years away. So really by this fall they can start shooting that movie. Late summer, early fall. Now we might be hearing more about that movie sooner rather than later. The next movie, which we already also knew about, not too long ago we had the James Gunn controversy, the Twitter feed, his Twitter debacle, Marvel fired him, DC picked him up to do the Suicide Squad movie that's coming out in August, and then after that, Marvel rehired James Gunn, and even before that, he already wrote the script for Volume 3 for Guardians of the Galaxy. So they were in a pickle of, well, he already wrote the script, and we do plan on using that script. So his name is going to be on the movie no matter what. Why don't we just have him come back and direct it, and we have a Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy? But we did not know when the release date was, because the last Guardians movie came out in May 2017. So now this Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is coming out May 5th, 2023. So that'll be almost 6 years, or I think exactly 6 years since the last Guardians movie. That's a pretty long time. But once again, it says that's that's about 2 years and 2 days away. So, that's another movie they're going to start working on soon. Start hearing more about the pre-production casting new characters. I know Adam Warlock was hinted at the end of the second one. There's been a lot of fan casting for like maybe a Zac Efron in that role. Possible. I actually think that might be a good choice. Seeing Chris Pratt and Zac Efron go back and forth with one another. So that could be cool. But this did not end. When you watch the sizzle reel, the last film they hinted at was Fantastic Four. And this is a big deal for many reasons. One, during Comic-Con, they hinted at, in December, they brought up Fantastic Four when they had their little shareholder meeting. And they announced John Watts, the director of the latest Spider-Man movies, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, and of course the new Spider-Man, Spider-Man No Way Home, is going to be directing this Fantastic Four movie. And we were all speculating like, okay, cool, they are officially moving forward with a Fantastic Four movie. But when are they going to release the movie? Well, they did not give a release date. But I love what Marvel just did here. The last movie of Phase 4 is going to be Fantastic Four. Which means, since I already said that Ant-Man 3 and Guardians 3 are coming out in 2023, and that only goes up to May. That means the second half of 2023 is open. Which means, most likely, Fantastic Four will be coming out in 2023, which is actually only about 2 years away. Most likely it will either come out in June. Actually, most likely it's going to be either July, August, or November. Because Marvel likes to put their movies out in November. They've been doing that since Thor 2. July is another one. Like I said, since they had Ant-Man 3 in February, right now they have nothing in July of 2023. I bet you Fantastic Four will be, and it will be perfect, or they can, like I said, move it to the fall. That way it gives John Watts, the director, 2 full years to work on it. Which, since he's already been hired to direct it, they already have an idea of what they're doing. They might even have a script already done. So I bet by the fall of this year, we're going to start hearing some casting for Fantastic Four. Actually, maybe at Comic-Con in July, we will probably hear more about this Fantastic Four movie. Now that it's in the window of Phase 4. So, but I hope Marvel, kind of like what Twisted Pictures did with Saw. If you remember Saw, it was, every Halloween. If it's Halloween, it must be Saw. If Marvel was smart, and they are, they should really have their own logline or promotional marketing tagline of, if it's Phase 4, it must be Fantastic Four. That would be awesome. That should be like their first Comic-Con moment. That should be it right there. If it's Phase 4, it must be the Fantastic Four. And they should line up that's how they should reveal the actors at Comic-Con and do that. If it's Phase 4, it must be Fantastic Four. So, even though, like I said, they did not give us a release date for Fantastic Four, it's coming out probably in the next 2 years, in 2023. And we're already in the middle of 2021. So, there you go. The one movie I am very surprised they did not mention in this little sizzle reel is Blade. Now, they announced Mahershala Ali back in the summer of 2019, Comic-Con, as Blade. And since then, we have heard nothing on the Blade movie. I have a funny feeling we're going to see Blade show up in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness for the multiverse scenes. And we've heard nothing about that Doctor Strange movie. No photos, no leaks. no nothing, and they're done shooting it. The movie comes out in March of next year. So, I was feeling we're going to see Blade in Doctor Strange too. And then maybe that's when they announced something about Blade. But I'm still kind of surprised there was nothing on Blade during the... We got Fantastic Four, but no Blade, and no X-Men. So, they might still be waiting on X-Men because, let's face it, the last X-Men movie came out last year. The New Mutants. That was still an X-Men film. So Marvel still might be wanting to wait a little bit on the X-Men. But with Fantastic Four, the last Fantastic Four movie came out in 2015. That's almost already 6 years ago. So if this one doesn't come out until 2023, that will be over 8 years since the last Fantastic Four movie. So, it's a good window. Anyway, that's it for today. Maybe tomorrow you'll see me again. Maybe not. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. But for now, see ya.